Welcome back to the As the World Burns podcast. My name is Minty Burns, and today has been a wild day in the news as the NYC insurance CEO shooter has just been caught in Pennsylvania at a McDonald's. But hold up, you're going to be surprised because I got a lot to say about this, and I got some questions to ask that I don't hear anybody else asking. So before I get into it, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications, all that good shit, because we're about to get a little conspiratorial today, okay? I can't help it. I gotta ask these questions. I don't see anybody else asking these obvious questions. But first, let's pull up one of today's news clips so we can kind of see the bullshit and
Police say a manhunt for the person of interest in the murder of Unitedhealthcare CEO Brian Thompson has come to an end in Pennsylvania. A 26-year-old man was in custody and being questioned tonight.
Investigators say Luigi Mangione was recognized inside a McDonald's this morning, nearly 300 miles from here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Police say they found a lot of evidence.
it's strange that he only got to Pennsylvania within like 3 or 4 days. I don't know.
On him while taking him into custody, including a gun, a silencer, fake.
Sorry to stop it so much, but remember, all mainstream media has an agenda, and that's where I want to start to go with this. So anything, all these headlines, anything you see in the mainstream media should always be questioned. Do we even know that he was arrested at a McDonald's? That's what they tell us. But do we know that for a fact? Did a McDonald's worker really recognize him and call the police? We don't know for sure that's what they're reporting. We don't know for sure if that's what happened. Just think about that.
IDs, a handwritten document that could give details on his motive and more.
Natalie Duddridge is live on the Upper West Side outside the hospital where police believe ECA to New York. He's Valley.
Well, Dick and Christine, as you said, in the last several hours, we have learned critical information about this man accused of leading police on a dramatic 6-day manhunt. And this hostel here was a pivotal break in the case. It was the first time that we saw this person of interest without a mask on.
So one of the questions I have is, what kind of a logical thinking, rational person would ever accept this hit job for any amount of money, knowing damn well there's like a 99.99999 chance of getting caught in 2024 in downtown Manhattan? Like it's almost impossible to get away with this type of crime, like at this day and age. So why would you accept that unless your family was threatened or something way, way deeper? See, the media is trying to paint him like, they're trying to almost make people take a liking to this guy. If you look at the comments of most of the social media posts, people want to see this guy get away. They're painting him kind of as like a hero, rebelling against insurance companies. And if that doesn't like scream some type of agenda to you, I think you're not thinking about this deeply enough.
Surveillance video. It was also the location where he checked in with a fake ID, the same fake ID that was found on that person in Pennsylvania.
We have a strong person.
This Diddy's
of
best
interest
friend right here. This
in
Diddy's.
the shooting that shook
We gave
our
Diddy the key to
city.
NYC. This guy.
Says police may finally have the person they've been searching for over the past 6 days in the shooting death of Unitedhealthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
He has been identified as Luigi Nicholas Mangione. He's a male, 26 years old.
If you look closely, behind this guy speaking right here and the mayor of New York City, it says over 19,000 illegal guns taken off our streets. So maybe that is the agenda right there. Hello? They want to implement some new gun laws. They want to take firearms off the street. That's the agenda. So I don't know what to think. We probably will never know exactly what happened, but everything you see the media report, you should question. Maybe that's their agenda. Maybe this was all, a setup. Like, what's real? Nothing is real. We don't know for sure.
He was born and raised in Maryland. We know he has ties to San Francisco, California, and his last known address was Honolulu, Hawaii. He has no prior arrest history in New York.
Authorities say an employee at an Altoona, Pennsylvania McDonald's.
Authorities say. They say. But we don't have video footage of like, we don't know if that's the case. They could have planned this all. You guys probably, I'm not going too deep here. Like, these are just obvious questions. Why the hell would anybody with a brain still be carrying the firearm they did the crime with 4 days later in a McDonald's? If you're in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania, why wouldn't you go to the forest, throw acid on that shit, and burn the murder weapon and the silencer and everything? Why are you still carrying 4 fake IDs, you dumb fuck? Like, shit ain't adding up. Why? Who would do that? You know what I'm saying? Clearly he's not a professional, but the media is also saying that. That's the image they're trying to portray. They go, oh, he's not a professional hitman, because a professional hitman wouldn't have gone to Starbucks. They wouldn't have did this. They wouldn't have sipped a bottle of water.
Recognized a man from the many pictures police released and called authorities. NYPD Chief of Detectives says the suspect was sitting eating when police arrived.
The McDonald's employee did something we ask every American to do. If you see something, say something, but most importantly, do something.
Oh, clearly
He did.
The manhunt began last Wednesday when Brian Thompson, the CEO of Unitedhealthcare, was fatally shot outside the Hilton Midtown.
We must, of course, remember that a family is in mourning. I want to again extend my sympathies to Brian's family, his coworkers,
this lady
and
is
all who
like
knew him.
reading a
Police
script.
say inside the
and
McDonald's,
she doesn't even know
Mangione
it.
was found in possession of
She's in
multiple
theater
fake
school and she
IDs
don't even know it.
matching the ID used to check into an Upper West Side hostel, as well as a passport and a gun.
Officers recovered a firearm on his person, as well as a suppressor, both consistent with the weapon used in the murder.
The
This
information
is
we're getting from
too
Altoona is
easy.
that the gun
Also, do you seriously think that they're going to allow the CEO of an insurance company to be killed in downtown Manhattan and not at least pretend like they caught the suspect? Like, because if they don't catch the suspect within the first week, they're going to look crazy. Like, the New York City police is going to look like they're incompetent. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, they're going to catch the guy. You know what I mean?
is to be a ghost gun, may have been made on a 3D printer. The capability of firing.
Damn, that's
9mm
crazy.
round.
3D
Investigators
printers.
also found he had a 3-page handwritten document.
Officers recovered a handwritten document that speaks to both his motivation and mindset.
Document is currently in the possession of the
His motivation and mindset, like, as if this guy's the only person involved in this crime. Like, you guys aren't even talking about possibly he had help, he had a team, like somebody hired him. Like, why is it this guy's motive?
doing a police department. But just for briefly speaking with them, we don't think that there's any specific threats to other people mentioned in that document, but it does seem that he has some ill will toward corporate America.
And Mangione remains in custody in Pennsylvania on firearms charges. The NYPD are there now and will interrogate him. And the next steps are to begin the extradition process. On the Upper West Side, Natalie Duddridge, CBS News, New York.
Also, why, like, realistic masks, like human flesh skin masks, exist in like, you can buy them for like $50 on Amazon. So why would this guy not wear one of those realistic masks underneath his little COVID mask or whatever it is, as an extra measure of security? So when the cameras catch those flicks of you, it's not even you. It's not your real eyebrows. It's not your real eyes. You know, you could put contact lenses, one of those human masks. Then you could put the whatever, cover up mask you want. But like, that just seems like a pretty simple thing. If you're taking all these other measures of precaution, why wouldn't you do that?
Luigi Mangione graduated in 2016 from a private school in Maryland.
The head of the Gilman School released a statement saying, in part, quote, "We recently became aware that the person arrested in connection with the killing of the Unitedhealthcare CEO is a Gilman alumnus." He went on to say, "This is deeply distressing news on top of an already awful situation. Our hearts go out to everyone affected." and there are a lot of elements to this investigation that are still unfolding.
Joining us now to sort through some of it is CBS News law enforcement contributor Rich Esposito.
We got enough info about the case. I got to say what I got to say, and just like these are my questions. I want to know what your guys' questions are, because a lot of this shit just isn't adding up. And it's so obvious that the mainstream media doesn't ask any of these obvious questions either. It's almost like they're super PG, like it's almost like they're stupid. I don't know. Am I crazy? You tell me. Let me know in the comments, all right? That's my take on the situation so far. Obviously this is an ongoing thing. Maybe they're dragging it out on purpose. It's the end of 2024. Maybe they want us to look this way while shit's going down that way. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, we could go deeper down the rabbit hole another day. That's enough on this topic for today. I think I covered all my questions, but you guys let me know if you agree or disagree. Are my questions valid? Were you thinking some of the same things? If so, please let me know. My name is Minty Burns. This is the As the World Burns podcast. I appreciate the support. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, all that good shit. And I'll be back with another video tomorrow, all right? Have a blessed day and a blessed week, and I'm out of here. Peace.